Hello, friends. Boy, has it been a minute. I haven't made one of these like proper talking videos in a very long time. To be quite candid with you, the ratio of stressors to blessings in my life has been swinging very strongly in the direction of stress lately. And so I really just haven't had the energy for filming. So you can always, keep up with the things that I'm posting on my Instagram, and a lot of those are videos that I do for Rapunzel. I have contractual obligations to them, so that's always going to come first. And then this is the thing that I do just me, so it's always going to come second. I am on vacation right now. I'm visiting family, so I'm hoping that I can get a little bit of extra filming done while I am away from home and don't have all of the regular churn of everything around me. But yeah, thanks in the meantime for being here and for sticking with me. So today, I am going to revisit the very first tutorial that I ever made on this channel, which is a square scarf tutorial, and that's perfect since Rapunzel just relaunched. They're Israeli tickles in all kinds of colors, so this is one of the first that I ever bought. This is like a natural, I think they call it natural white, but there's like a similar like off-white color. So what I have done is I have folded it into a triangle, and then I've taken the scarf and pleated it, put a couple pleats in it to kind of eat up the length and back. So I have a no-slip velvet headband on and nothing else. This is going to be a shaperless tutorial. So what I'm going to do is we're going to end up with like a cute little bow on the side of our head right here. So what I want right now is I want to center the scarf about where I want my bow to land. And you can pleat it less if you need a little bit more to cover your hair and back, but this ought to do it for me. So I'm just going to give that a tie in the back, and then I'm going to take the tail here and fold it and tuck it underneath. I didn't even take the time to like properly pin my hair underneath. It's just kind of wrapped with like a hair tie. Okay, so now you can see the difference in length between my two tails. And so I'm going to take them and I'm going to bring this up over my head, and I'm going to bring it just behind the pleats, and if like it ends up pleating a little bit more on its own, that is totally lovely and fine. So I'm going to show you two versions of this wrap. So the first one I'm going to show is how I did this originally, which I'm going to call the cheater's bow. Okay, so I have here extended out so that I should be hitting exactly the same length once I tie them. So there you can see I have the same length. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to tie it in a square knot. So that means that this scarf that's in front is going to cross over again, just like that. And I'm going to turn it just a little bit so that it's nice and flattened down. Okay, so now here's where the cheating part comes in. I'm going to take tail number one and I'm going to bring it back through underneath, and I'm going to hold right here until I get about the size that I want. And then same thing on the other side. I'm going to take that tail, fold it back underneath, and pull it through both tails until I get a bow about the size that I want. And then these tails, all I'm going to do is tuck them underneath. So there you go. Cute little bun wrap, cheater's version, extremely simple, extremely easy. So here it is from the front, from the side, from the back, and the other side. So that is the cheater's version. But you can also do a proper bow. So Hannah Esther, Andrea of Rapunzel, showed a very similar look recently. So what I'm going to do now, let's see, how did I, okay. So this one you have to remember which scarf goes on top. So usually when I tie things, it is my default to tie them the way that I would tie a beginner's luck. But I'm going to reverse that for this tie to get it facing the direction that I want. So I've talked about this before when doing bows, is that similar to a knot, there's two different ways to tie it, and depending on where it exactly which side goes over first, you're going to end up with either it's going to want to work out horizontally or vertically. And so depending on which way you want your bow to sit, you can tie it one way and then the other. So if you do this and it's going not the direction that you want the first time, try reversing it and seeing if that does the trick for you. Okay, so I'm going to bring this a little bit lower on my head so that this coming out the front is a little bit longer. That's what we want for tying a proper bow. And like, I know everybody has their own way of tying a bow, but this is mine, is that using my back one, I'm going to make a loop, and then this is going to pass around and through, just like that. And you will see that my bow wants to be horizontal, and that's the way that I want it to be also. So I'm going to pull that nice and tight, and then once it's snug, that's when you can fluff it out. That's when you can play with the size of the loops on either end. And then you can also sort of tug at this to bring it down. And I think it looks super cute to leave the tails out just like this. I mean, is that cute or what? But of course, you can always tuck them in, tuck one in, you know, if you just want the one closer to your face and the other one is bothering you. But that's all there is to it. So here's from the front, from the side, from the back, and the other side. So there you go, a square scarf with a bow tutorial, redone, revamped, cheater's version, and with a proper bow. So thank you so much for being here, for bearing with me. If you have ideas or suggestions for future videos, please let me know, especially right now when my energy is so limited. Coming up with things to do in videos is often the first part of the battle for me. So yeah, that's it. Until next time, that's a wrap for me. Thank you so much for watching.